doesn't know me, I'm Jamie, and I'm James's best man.
Big time.
First of all, let's welcome them all.
Can you put that paper down for us?
No way, it's not happening. Just like to say good afternoon, and a big way, Pat, to the family. Or, to carry on a tradition at a couple of weddings I've been to recently, good eyes, everyone. Good eyes!
Good eyes! Good eyes! Good eyes! Quality.
Toastmaster out there has already said, Victor's absolutely stunning today. I'm sure all the men here, especially the single ones, would agree that's a sad day for us all. Such a beautiful woman is taken officially off the market. I'm sure all the ladies would agree that today's just another day. I'd like to say thank you again to our beautiful flower girl Elise. Yay! King and being the VIP. Yay! Right, I'm sure all of you know now, I'm pretty nervous about this speech. I can honestly say that's the most nervous I've ever been about.
You don't show it, you do.
Although,
that got well.
I did have to use the toilet after James, but I did find this in there.
Toast.
I started thinking about the speech then, and I thought, well, I'll turn to the internet to get a bit of help and inspiration. Well, I googled young couples wedding night, and after that I barely had the energy to lift the chair. Let's start by telling you a little bit about how James and Vicky met. It was late September, back in 2000, and it was, the scene was Magaluf. James had just given up his job as a young, thrusting, ambitious technician in the lucrative, cutthroat world of cash registers. He'd gone out to Magaluf to work. Thanks to that extensive CV with the job I've just mentioned, and also a day's roofing with Simon Durham's dad, he managed to secure the position of scummy little PR that annoys you until you go into their bar. Vicky was with friends at the time, and they'd already been charmed. And in a surprisingly romantic gesture, he got one free shot and gave it and then they both agreed to meet at a club called Boomerangs. Through James' fashion, he then ordered an entire pizza to himself. And, as he was sat looking at Vicky for a mouthful of half-tube cheese and pepperoni, he uttered his one-time killer line. I'm James Hunt, I'm James Hunt Racing Driver, do you know him? No. So despite that, they then see each other throughout the rest of the holiday, exchange numbers, and find ourselves here today, the rest of those days.
Beautiful.
I first met James 18 years ago at Spraston High School in a German lesson. I was introduced to a young boy called Nugget, who despite having nearly chin-length hair, he still felt the need to put nearly a whole ton of Since then, we've become the best of friends. We shared a lot of good times together. In fact, we felt our friendship so close that he went bald in his 20s as a show of solidarity. We've been there for each other through scrapes and everything, but except maybe for the night that we spent in the cell, James. arrest me, arrest me, arrest me. There are, as all of you know, there's so many stories from his past to tell you. But after you sort through them, you take out the ones that aren't really appropriate for a wedding, and then the ones that might bring about a horrible flashback for him, and then the ones that he probably told you himself 10 times already, so left me with only one shoe. That's the story of me, James, my half Emma, and Vicky going on holiday to Turkey in 2007. We travelled through most of the night, and not having had much sleep, we were looking forward to the comforts of our holiday hotel. But instead, we arrived at the 3-star hand palace in Marmaris, where the star ratings take on a whole new meaning. After getting to our rooms, the girls decided to have a quick peek through the first floor window in the corridor. Fantastic facilities. Next door. Not wanting to be left out in any way, James came bounding through like a young gazelle, through the window as well, not realising it was closed. He then proceeded to put his head straight through it. Me and the girls rushed to his aid after the laughter had subsided. And found him in the bathroom with his face covered in blood, still grinning broadly. No, it was closed. I don't know what it was, but perhaps it was the sound of an entire pane of glass falling from a first floor window. That prompted the manageress to come up and investigate. She looked at the pile of glass on the floor, she looked at the hole where her window used to be, and then looked at the blood-stained Englishman in her and she actually felt the need to say, "What happened?" James replied, "I put my head through it." She just went, "Why?" We'll never know to this day. Incidentally, that was the time that James also asked Vix to marry him. So, out of all the bangs on the head he's had in life, there's been a good few. I think that was the one that finally knocked some sense into it. Also, well, I would say got to, but I have got to mention a few of your good points as well. First of all, I love the way this bloke tackles the world head on with a smile and a laugh every time. And I don't think I've ever seen a worried look on his face. He's also the most fiercely loyal person I've ever had the fortune to meet. I also want to thank him for bringing Vix into my life, who's become such a great friend to me as well. And I absolutely think the world of him. I'm sure they've got a great future ahead of them, because put up with him until now, Vix, nothing's really going to go wrong. And just before we toast the happy couple, I just want to leave them with a couple of little bits of advice for their married life. The first one is never go to bed on an argument. Just stay up and argue. And secondly, never mistake Vaseline peanut butter. Otherwise, sandwiches will taste horrible, and that will be the reason. To you, Mr. and Mrs.
He was tempted. He's like a tourist.